Well, hello, welcome to my podcast. I told you so. This week was rather funny, and this episode is called Feeling Life instead of Thinking About Life. Because when we feel, we get so much more pleasure from life than we do if we're just thinking, oh. So I'm going to talk with you about feeling. For me, feeling was rather hard because when you go through things, and I have a lot of trauma in my life, so I would run through things. I had to run to avoid negative emotions. And so I just kept on running and kept on running till I got to where I needed to go. So feeling was rather difficult. For me, I rather, I'll just think about it later, process it, analyze it. But then other times when I help people, because we came to this earth to serve others, first ourselves. Don't get it wrong. We came to serve others, but we also came to take care of ourselves because life is a balance. We cannot just take care of others and don't take care of yourself. That's not going to work. You just can't give, and give. So when I was going through traumatic situations, I would just run through it and then it's over. And then if I sat and thought about it, I would get sad. I went through many years of depression before becoming a healer. And so, it takes a long time sometimes for us to realize that our perception, that our consciousness needs to change. So I had to change my consciousness. And my friend coined me as the reality mechanic. She said, "Oh, you're the reality mechanic." Because sometimes what I went through, we can't see what's right in front of us. And and sometimes it's not pleasant. I remember when I was calling myself wanting to date this man. He gave me his phone number. I had to call him, and then at one point he he started acting crazy, saying he's not going to call me and he has enough people to talk to. It was just a lot. But I didn't feel, I was just thinking. And my thoughts were, I just want someone to be with. He's nice looking. And he kept putting out lots of negativity. And I was like, And one time he started talking, he said, I got problems and my daughter has problems too. And I was like, not interested. And I still found myself picking up the phone and calling him because I was thinking. I was not feeling. So I was making choices. Oh, I have to go through this if I want to be with him. But he was rejecting me after he handed me his phone number. And so I was like, what are you doing? You don't enjoy him. You're doing all the work. And he says two things to you and you're getting excited. That's not you. I like to be courageous and confident. And even though I didn't know who I was 100%, I like to express who I truly am. And here he was, here, serve me. And I was like, serve you? I'm not here to serve you. I'm here to take care of myself and those who need me. So feeling, it's that feeling, that juicy savoriness of feeling. And I'll share some moments with you because I remember I was working as a substitute teacher. And this is about feeling. And I love children. So I was sending out the energy of love. You know, we're all ascended masters. And we're all about humanity. And these children will run up and give me a side hug. And I'd be like, where'd that come from? It's because they felt the love. It was in that feeling. In that feeling. And so I enjoyed it, the work so much. It was that old saying that came true in my life. Once you find something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And I never worked a day in my life when I did substitute teaching. And so back to emotions. So I go to the library and I talk to my friend. Hey, how are you? He runs the library. I hope you're doing well. All is well. And so then the kids are, when I hit the library door, I'm sending out so much love because it's just so much love. The love vibes were flowing. And the next thing you know, a little kid, I'm on the phone at the front door of the library. And the young man's looking at my mouth like, what's she talking about? And then I said, oh, let me go because they're looking in my mouth to see what I say on the phone. And so I go inside. I talk to my friend. And there's a young lady there. And another kid comes past me. And she's a teenager. And I say, hello. She says, can I talk to you? And I say, yes, you can. So I tell my friend, she wants to talk to me. I'm used to it by now. Being a healer, many people have called me, come here. Or I go and there's a situation that they need help with. And so coming here to serve humanity and myself, live my life, I often do see where I can help. So the young lady starts talking. She's severely depressed and she wants to tell me what she's going through. She just wanted a listening ear. And so I listened and she was saying she didn't feel good. And I told her it's okay not to feel good, but it's not okay to not know you're good because we are good. We are innately good. We do have good hearts. And the thing that keeps us from getting better is violence. We have to stop the violence. And so she kept on talking, and I was listening, and that's all she needed. And so I said, okay, this is what I would like you to do. And she stood there. She wasn't sitting. She stood there and listened. I said, I would like you to go and talk to a teacher or talk to your parent who you are close with and tell them what you're going through. And she looked at me like I'm going to do it. And she shook her head. And so then I gave her a hug because we were in this loving moment. Because those children brought a lot of love to my heart. And it wasn't hard for me to go there. I since moved away from Rhode Island, but it sure was nice to be around them. Yes, I had some issues because I was a substitute, but it still all ended in love. It's that robust feeling. And when we think, you become like a robot, I am going to do this. But when you get that passion, it takes you farther than you can ever imagine. And what sparked this podcast? This is dedicated to my son. Because I remember the good times we had. Two nerds. And his birthday was April 29th. And I sent him a happy birthday. It was those fun times we had when we went outside and we threw the football. We played baseball. We played board games. Break the ice. Candyland. Monopoly. We played lots of games.